I'm gonna fix your controller settings forever. Your game will feel 10 times smoother and every setting will be perfectly tailored to your liking. No more copying other players' settings because I'm gonna show you how to create your own. Subscribe because this is just the first of many controller camp episodes that will transform you into a dominant controller player. First, let's fix your building and editing. Go into your settings and go to your controller sensitivity. Now change your build mode and edit mode sensitivity to 2.0. Don't worry, these are just the base settings to help you create your custom sensitivity. Now load into any island you can build on and start free building. Really pay attention to how everything feels. If your builds feel really choppy and fast, the sends is too high. If they feel too slow, the sends is too low. After a minute or two of free building, go back into your settings and adjust them accordingly. For me, the settings were too slow, so I'm gonna higher them just a little bit. But if they felt too fast for you, make sure to lower them. Now repeat the process by free building and adjusting your settings again. This time the settings felt a little bit too slow, so I'm gonna higher them by 0.1. Do this as many times as you need until your build and edit sends feel perfect. One thing to remember is that these settings should probably be at the same speed. Your game might feel really weird if you build with a fast sends but edit with a slow one. Try to keep them consistent with one another. If you miss a lot of shotgun shots, it's due to your look horizontal and vertical speeds. To fix them, load into Vizulu's aim trainer and change both to 30%. Now you're gonna do the same thing as before, but shoot the targets. If it feels hard to track the orbs, figure out why. Are you moving too fast for an accurate shot, or is it taking too long to flick to each spot? Figure out the problem and go into your settings to adjust. One thing to keep in mind with your look sensitivities is what kind of player you want to be. If you want to be a super smooth player, I would keep these settings in the medium range, like 35%. But if you want to play super fast and chaotic, keep them higher up, like 45%. Keep practicing and adjusting on this map until your Hipfire shotgun aim feels perfect. That's when you're ready to move on. Before I give you the secret on how my aim got so good, here are my binds, which are a crucial stepping stone to perfecting your controller settings. I'm gonna run you through my binds super quickly. So my controller binding presets is on custom, and then my controller platform's on Xbox One, but you should have it on whatever controller you play on. Now you can copy all of these settings right here until I get down to edit, and I'll start explaining further. Now that we're on edit, select is RT, confirm is LT, reset is right stick. I found these are the most optimal binds for non-claw, non-paddles on controller. I also use sprint as right on the D-pad, which you have to go into claw to hit, but it works perfectly fine. Moving down to my edit button, I use left stick for editing. This is by far the most optimal edit button for non-claw, non-paddle controller players, so I highly recommend it unless you play claw or paddles. And you can copy the rest of these settings right here. The easiest fix to your AR aim is ADS look horizontal and vertical speeds. Once you find the perfect sends, your aim will be looking like this. Start by loading up Raider's aim trainer and change both your settings to 10%. Then load up the horizontal tracking and begin tracking the bot. Don't shoot, just track the bot with your crosshair and try to keep it on target at all times. If your crosshair is following behind the bot, the sends is too slow. If your crosshair is way ahead of the bot, it's too fast. Go into your settings and adjust only the horizontal setting. For me, it was too fast, so I'm gonna lower it a bit. Now my crosshair tracks the bot perfectly, so I know I'm good, but if you're still struggling, keep adjusting. Now we have to repeat the process for vertical tracking, then you're good to go. Hopefully your sends end up being the same percent as each other, but if it doesn't, that's okay for this section, as long as it's not a huge difference. Next, before we get to the most important setting, we have to talk about the most controversial setting, linear versus exponential. Most players choose linear because they see other people do it, but if you want to have the perfect settings, you need to understand what each one does before applying it. Linear versus exponential refers to how your aim reacts to stick movement on controller. Linear gives raw, unsmoothed input. It's super responsive and fast, which is why many players use it for building and editing, where quick movements matter most. Exponential gradually ramps up the speed as you move the stick, making it smoother and easier to control. That's why it's often preferred for aiming, especially in fights where precision matters more than speed. If you want to prioritize your builds and edits, apply linear, but if you want to prioritize aim, apply expo. Lastly, we have to talk about the most important setting, dead zone. This setting is so important because it stops most stick drift, a huge problem in the controller Fortnite community. To find the perfect dead zone for your controller, change both dead zones to 5% and load up into any map. Now stand still and move your right stick in tiny increments, up, left, right, and down. If your stick drifts at all, you need to higher your dead zone. My stick was drifting a lot, so I'm going to higher my dead zone a bunch. Now go back and repeat the same steps by moving your stick in every direction. If it's still drifting, higher your dead zone again. Once you find the perfect right stick dead zone, apply the same number to the left stick. These settings should match, or it will feel really weird to play with. I love you all, thanks for watching, and subscribe to transform your skill with Controller Camp.